How did you reconnect with Ethan? So for new viewers, Ethan is the first online friend I ever met in person. We met 8 years ago in person, so 2016, and we collabed a bunch on YouTube and then started a business together, but then we separated ways. We didn't talk for a few years, but I ended up making a video more recently, like a year and a half ago maybe, about just the whole summary of that business running experience. He watched the video and he texted me and he was like, do you want to hang out? And I was like, oh, sure. And so we did, and we rebuilt the friendship. Not really from scratch, but it was interesting because we were both teenage boys before, and now we're both guys in our mid-20s. So we're both very different people. We're much more mature than we were, but I don't hang out with him as much as I would like to, partly because I'm a poor socializer. I don't initiate that much. And also because he is incredibly busy. He's even busier than I am just in life because he's such a productive person. But yeah, it's pretty cool. We left on bad terms. Now we've rebuilt a friendship, and the friendship is, I would say, better than it was before. What does your family think about your YouTube career? It's like been my career for so long. So yeah, they support it. They're open about it. They send people my channel, whatever. They watch some of my videos. So it's just part of what Alex does. Does your crazy sleep schedule keep your roommates up? So this was asked before my roommates moved out. Neither of us were on normal schedules at all. Like sometimes one of us would be up at 4 a.m., sometimes at 7 p.m., whatever. We never really woke each other up. We could both just kind of sleep through whatever. Luckily it's not a super small house and our bedrooms are on opposite sides of the house, but yeah, it was actually fine. The average person would have been very annoyed. And honestly, in the future, if I get roommates again, I'll probably have quiet hours, even if it's just a kind of arbitrary random time. Because there are those times where it would be nice if it was silent. But ultimately, no, it was actually fine. Do you still have ants? Yeah, so I had a mini series where I fought fire ants, invasive fire ants in my yard. They're still there. They're multiplying a lot. I've genuinely been inhibited by the ants to do the things that I want to do in the yard. I pretty much had to abandon some projects, which sucks because it's ants. Ants actually impacted my life this much, but I became so allergic to their stings that getting stung just a few times became like a serious risk. It's like, come on, they're ants. I've been distracted by other projects though, so I haven't really thought about it too much. How will you determine if you made it in life, and what is your main goal? I mean, maybe it'll sound weird, but I kind of feel like I already did. Like, the only sad part about me dying now is like, oh, my family's son died. That's sad. But from my personal perspective, I'd be satisfied now. I do have other big goals. It's mostly to buy a beach house and have a child or two. It's not like that's all I'm gonna do. Like, there's so many mini projects and side quests or whatever, but the main quest is have a child, maybe multiple, buy a beach house. But overall, it's just to enjoy existing is the main goal. So that's a more continuous thing, and it's not so much a milestone that I hit. Favorite thing about growing up in North Carolina? Everything. I love North Carolina. It's such a safe place. There's so much to do. Like, I'm not a city person. I don't really like being in town that much, but just I love every city we have. Like, Raleigh is awesome. I grew up in Durham, and I loved Durham, and I still like it. I love Charlotte. I like Greensboro. And then just look at the coast on the east side. It's got like an insane array of beaches. So you've got the little tiny family beaches like Emerald Isle. You've got the more social beaches with more activity and stuff like the Wilmington area. And then you've got the super like secluded, more untouched Outer Banks, more north. And then you go to the west of North Carolina and you've got like so many little hidden, beautiful areas to explore in the mountains. And then you've got the Piedmont area in the center where I am, which has so many other, it's got rivers and ponds, gardens. But then on the side of growing up in North Carolina, it's a super kid-friendly area, I would say. It's epic. NC's so flipping epic. Are you happier with your physique? I am. I actually feel much better now. I like to look at myself more. And that's not to say I don't have goals that I'm gonna keep pushing towards, but if I could just like pause myself and just be like this forever, yeah, I'd be totally satisfied with that. What happened to your girlfriend? Might be too personal. Yeah, it's not an accident that my relationship was private, but we broke up like almost 2 years ago. That's it. I don't know. How's the garden? I'll throw a picture on screen if you're listening. There's a picture of my garden on screen. It's not a priority right now. Next steps for your vinyl wrapping business. I think I give some people whiplash because I start and stop things a lot. And just because I stop something doesn't mean I won't come back to it. Right now, vinyl wrapping is on like the short list of projects, but it got pushed down. It was top priority for about a month. Now it's back down onto the short list. Vinyl wrapping's hard. I love doing it. It's so much fun. I'm not ready to take on clients. I'm not ready to try to make money on it. I want more practice first, and I'm gonna do it as a hobby for now. How did all the changes in your personal life in the last year affect your financial growth and goals? In the last year, my income's gone up. So let's say when I'm 15, making very little, almost no money, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, it spikes, 22, it starts to go down, 23, takes a big drop down, now I'm 24, and it's starting to go back up. So 2023, I think, was my worst year financially. Like, whether I liked it or not, I had to do lots of gig apps and sell stuff to just sustain my debt and my basic bills. Currently, I'm sustaining all of my current bills without really putting in any extra effort. It's just like, all right, I'm making enough to pay all my bills. How's cooking going? Bad. I've been eating out a lot. What kind of animals do you still own? And do you miss some of them sometimes? I still have, the chickens. I think I already mentioned them. I very deeply miss my cat. He died, or I euthanized him 3 months ago now. So yes, I'm very sad that my cat is gone. Do you plan to make more videos about sustainability, gardening, livestock, home gym, preserving, etc.? I don't plan videos. I just make videos on whatever I feel like. Yeah, I guess so many of the questions are like, are you going to do more of blank? Because I do so many random one-off things. I don't know. I honestly have no idea. I don't have many secret plans or whatever. I just share them as I do them. So you just gotta watch and find out, basically. How do you stay so productive all the time? I'm not that productive right now. It depends how you define productive though. Like making money and working, that's one form, but that's only productive in one small segment of life, that being finances, I guess. Yes, finances are quite important. You do have to pay for things, but my productivity has shifted to also be productively like enjoying myself and happy. So I've been putting a lot more effort in socially. So work-wise, right now, I'm working like 20 hours a week max. Some of the past weeks, I was working maybe 10 hours a week. But when it comes to motivation, that's usually what people are asking. I don't really know how to explain where my motivation comes from. It's just there. I don't know any other way of living. If I can turn my, like, the just inherent motivation I feel, bottle it up somehow, that would be probably very valuable, and I'd love to figure out how to do it. I don't know. It just happens. Would you have sex with a man for $1 million? People ask me this a lot. I mean, well, people make actual offers. Like, I've been offered real money to have sex with men. Okay, so $1 million. Hypothetically. Also, I'm answering this assuming I'm the top, by the way. Money's great. I like making money. I hope to make lots of money, but it's not the most valuable thing to me. I think I value more only having sex with people I want to have sex with over making $1 million. What other pets would you consider having in the future? P.S. Sorry to hear about losing Shiro. That's my cat. Another cat. That's the main one. I'd like a few more chickens, but yes, it's very deeply upsetting to not have a cat here with me now. So, like, I'm 100% certain I want another cat very soon. I already have like a name and everything for a cat. The biggest thing, I think I'll probably get it when I pay off my credit card and then just have some money saved up, because I like to have just a lump sum of just cat money or pet money, whatever. Any money that's in there, no thought goes into, oh, do I need this money? It's just, it can go dump straight into the cat. So if the cat needs medical bills, or I want to get it new food or new toys or whatever, it's just ready for that. But yes, I very much look forward to having another cat. I miss Shira though. My other prerequisite was I need to be less sad about my other cat dying, but I don't think that's gonna work. So my other fear with getting another cat is like, oh no, what if this cat dies? Can I take 2 cat deaths? I hardly handled the death of 1 cat. Like, something people tell me a lot is like, wow, you seem like emotionally unaffected by everything. It doesn't seem like anything can happen where you're even like slightly phased, but all it takes, my kryptonite is just dead cat. I would have sex with a man if it means my dead cat comes back. Do you have ADHD or ADHD? I just learned that term recently. As far as I know, I don't have ADHD. If I do, I'm glad I wasn't diagnosed as a kid, because I probably would have been hopped up on drugs. The classic using sedative medication to make a child sit in the seat for 8 hours. I'm so glad I avoided that. What's something you're looking forward to? Any upcoming trips, games, or new hobbies you're starting? I've really enjoyed my day-to-day life, like the entirety of 2024. It's been a very good year. It's over halfway over, and I'm extremely satisfied. With that said, I also look forward, like, I'm enjoying the moment, And also I'm looking forward to the next moment. So it's not so much looking forward to a specific thing, it's just looking forward to getting to exist more. Just like every day, I'm just like having a good time no matter what I'm doing. And so I just look forward to doing it again the next day and the next day and the next day. Hopefully, we'll see how many days I can do it. Hopefully a lot of them. I'm trying to think of something specific, like some specific trip. It's just everything. I can't wait to do more stuff. I love doing stuff. What talents or personality traits do you like that you have? And which do you wish that you had or have more of? For a long time, I was a terrible listener. I kind of only wanted to speak my mind and not hear what other people had to say. Today, however, I would say that I've become a very good listener. I'm obsessed with hearing what people have to say and just people's thoughts and opinions and experiences. So yeah, it'll literally be in the moment, like I'll be having a conversation with someone and I'm like happy that I'm able to listen as well as I am able to. It's made conversations super smooth and people have seen appreciative because I'm able to really like comprehend what they're trying to say. And then anytime I don't understand, I've figured out how to ask the right questions to get them to clarify. And so, yeah, it's been really fun to get a super deep understanding of people and the way they work in their lives. Like this is just like, this is online, this is within my own family. This is like, if people get on to me about it, I'm obsessed with talking to, say, homeless people. If someone is just like chilling in the city, they're like mumbling to themselves or whatever, like they clearly have stuff they want to say. I just kind of pop over and I'm like, hey, what's going on? What you thinking about? Oh, they have so much to share. It's so crazy. And they get so happy just getting to like say stuff to someone and that's like actually engaging and listening. A lot of people are like, oh, they only want money or they only want to take advantage of you or hurt you or whatever. No, a lot of them just want to say stuff and have someone listen. So it's, yes, it can be risky. I'm not saying anyone, especially if you're a kid or maybe a woman, depending, you might not want to just go approach some random junkie on the street. But if you can safely do so, you're going to make their day. And also you're going to come away with some incredible insight and stories. So that's been my big focus, is just getting tons of perspectives from people and getting to really learn like new ways of people's like living and stuff. So it's not to say I always support them or agree or think that they're doing good things. I mean, the last homeless dude I had an in-depth conversation with was gonna go kill someone after I talked to him. So very epic. Oh yeah, what do I wish that I had? A trait that I wish that I had. Initiating socially. When I have a friend that I wanna hang out with, I'm never the one to initiate. I need to get better at it. I don't really know how, because I'll tell myself like, oh, I want to go hang out with blank. And then I don't invite them. Why don't I invite them? How do I do that? I don't know. I'll figure it out though. It's a work in progress. When are we going herping again? I have been herping and I didn't take you with me. It was actually with Ethan. This was a little while ago. He invited me to the Everglades and we went to the Everglades. Ton of fun. I didn't know any of the species. I didn't catch anything. I was just chilling. I was just there to have a good time, and I had a great time. I might share some clips on screen from it, but we were just kind of off-roading, zipping through back roads, finding all sorts of like crazy species. I didn't really care for the herping aspect, honestly. I just had a lot of fun hanging out with him and his other friend. Sorry, you missed it. You should have been there. At one point, were you living with your parents, and now you have a roommate? I'm just confused about all that. Currently, I just live by myself again. You might be referring to a live stream I did. It was called Moving Into My Parents' Attic. It was just clickbait. It was just my attic. And then I did a stream called Moving Into My Parents' Master Bedroom. I moved out of my parents 5 years ago. And then I had roommates for 6 months. Do you play any video games? And if so, what are some of them? Love the Bond tent, brawler. Not really. I like games. I enjoy playing stuff. It's just there's pretty much always something else I'd rather be doing. It's like playing a game is always my second priority, and I can't wait to play, but I never do because I'm doing other stuff. Last thing I played was Beat Saber because the new music pack came out. I play a little bit of VR. I love PUBG, but I haven't played in over a year. But aside from that, I've only played games just as like background noise if I'm like talking to someone or hanging out. Advice on getting started with working out. I mean, I still can't give any advice on anything fitness related, but my recommendation, if you have no equipment, just your body and nothing else, hybrid calisthenics. I love hybrid calisthenics. It's all body weight exercise. It's all progressive. It's all very starter accessible. Like you can be 500 pounds and still do the calisthenics on this channel, or you can be 3 times as fit as I am, and you'll still have plenty of space to grow from his tutorials. So Highly recommend. What are your feelings about the future of AI? I'm I like it. I don't know. People get so upset when I like things or when I enjoy things or when I'm like looking forward to things. I think AI is pretty sick. I like it. I'm not doomer at all about it, honestly. Does that mean it's all good? No, nothing's all good. But AI is cool. I love using it. Even if I didn't like it, what am I gonna do about it? I'm not gonna stop it. What would you like your next car to be? A Tesla Model 3. Look, hear me out. I know I have 2 of them now. I bought my first Model 3 over 5 years ago. I love it. It's the best thing I've ever purchased. Every mile has been so fun in it. However, I would like to swap it out for a new performance Model 3. They did a refresh. The new one apparently is so incredible that it makes mine feel like garbage, and yet mine still feels just awesome. So it does suck because I like driving unique things. I like to stand out and seek a little bit of attention on the road. So years ago, when I was saving up for a Model 3, they didn't even exist yet. And so me getting one, there were hardly any Teslas on the road. But now, it's like every 5th car you see. However, I don't want to be unique just to be unique. There's a reason that there's so many of them. It's because I truly believe it's an incredible car. And yeah, I want to trade my Model 3 in for a new Model 3. But I'm gonna drive this one for as long as necessary until I can afford one. So, what are your favorite mobile apps besides the finance one that sponsors you? Look, Rocket Money's a really good app, and I'm not saying you have to, but hypothetically, you could use my link in the description to download Rocket Money, and I get $10 when you do it. It's a very good app. I check it every day. Past that, one that doesn't sponsor me, Spotify, I guess. Like I always have. The only reason Spotify's not playing right now is because I'm filming. The moment I stop, Spotify's coming back on. So, do you want to travel somewhere? If so, where? So I've traveled this year more than I have any prior year. I went to Montana, and then we went to Colorado. I've been to Connecticut. I went to New York twice. I'm about to go to New York again. I went to DC once. I went to Indiana. I went to the beach 3 times, the mountains once. So I've been getting around finally. It's so much fun. But my takeaway is I don't really care about the location. It's more about why I'm there or the people I'm seeing. So I have a lot more fun when I get to meet people or be like with family members. For example, I hate New York City. Garbage place, disgusting, stinky, stupid. But my sister lives there, so because she's there, I'm able to enjoy myself there. I'd never go there on my own fruition. However, the beach, I go by myself. It's just my way to unwind, so I don't have any locations I want to go to. It's more just wanting to go somewhere to hang out with someone or because I just need some alone time, basically. What do you think your future videos will be about? Are you going to shift entirely to fitness or more gig app stuff? I don't know. You just gotta wait and find out. I have no idea. What is your preferred lifestyle, like nomadic or etc.? I'm still exploring this. I think it'll probably change multiple times. I thought I might want to be more nomadic, but what I've learned about myself is I need a home base to come back to. So I like to have a headquarters in North Carolina, but not be tied down to that location, I guess. What are some of your near future goals? My near future milestone goals is pay off my credit card, and continue developing my social life and social circles. Talk to women, I don't know. Have all of the issues related to your wonky heart rhythm cleared up? I hope you've been feeling good. Thank you, I appreciate it. So another mini series, I've done so many like mini random series, was about my heart. In 2021, my heart was having so many issues to where I got hospitalized, and since then it's only been better. I've learned a lot about myself and my health and my heart specifically. So I should do a full video on it, but the short answer is lifestyle and the stuff I'm putting in my body resolved the majority of my heart issues. So if I wanted to, I could re-trigger my heart having problems, but with the right lifestyle choices, I can live a totally normal life and it doesn't affect me. So it's actually great. Like, to have a heart problem, I'm very lucky to have like some of the best heart problems you could have. If you could have dinner with any person, dead or alive, who would you choose? The classic question. I think most people would guess that I would say PewDiePie. And I was thinking about saying PewDiePie. My answer is probably Skrillex. The thing about Felix is he's very open and you can learn a lot about his life just through his own content. Skrillex, however, is a much more closed, private person, but he's someone that I idolize a lot. So I think that he is the kind of person where I have so many things I want to ask him because I can't, it's hard. He's a private person, and I respect that he's private, but selfishly, I want to learn so much about him. Whether it's just an Instagram short or Instagram story or a quick like backstage interview, they're so great, and it's like a gold every time. So yeah, it would just be entering a gold mine if I could just like sit down with old DJ Skrill. Will I do more gig app videos? So that's Uber, Amazon Flex, DoorDash, Instacart. Maybe, but I'm pretty much ready. Like, I'm happy to not do gig apps anymore. I was doing it as a way to sustain myself financially until I could kind of rebuild my other revenue streams, which so far I've been going pretty well. Not as far as I want to take it, but we're getting there. So like right now, I'll do the occasional Amazon shift like once a week maybe, but it's kind of just because I want to and just for fun. And then, oh, cool, $100 in cash, that's pretty nice. I have a lot of random footage, like Uber footage, that I could cut up into videos. So I might do like a why I quit Uber video. I still do Uber occasionally just for fun. I don't know, man, I don't plan videos. What are your favorite editing techniques to make a boring video interesting? In my opinion, what I do is just delete the video. Editing is a way to make footage consumable, and it's vital to many videos, but it's secondary. I only edit like a third of the stuff that I shoot. Like, I'm shooting stuff all the time. I've always got a camera, I'm always recording footage, and a lot of it just gets discarded or sits in a folder forever and never gets touched. Sometimes I finally come back to that folder months or years later. But yeah, I mean, speaking of Skrillex, like think about how many unreleased songs he has. He has so many IDs. I'm totally making this up, but I wouldn't be surprised if he has 25 to 50 unreleased songs for every released song that he has. And so that's kind of how I am with video. I shoot lots of stuff, I stick it in a folder. Skrillex, one of his recent songs, it was an ID that he first previewed on a live show. I think it was Xena, like 4+ years before he ever released it. So a very valuable thing for me is not getting hung up on footage I have. There's not really any such thing as having too much footage or shooting too much. Just keep recording stuff and then pluck out the ones that are like, oh, that could be made into something good. Sometimes I start editing it and it is good. Sometimes I spend 5 to 10 hours editing a video and I'm like, okay, this sucks. And I just tuck away the folder and never think about it again. So shooting, in my opinion, is more important than editing. How do you stay so down to earth and chill and cool and awesome sauce all the time? I'm trying to think of a like genuine way to answer this. I think probably just, I was born this way. What is your dream car? I really don't have a dream. Well, I did. My dream car was a Tesla. And a lot of times you'll aspire to achieve something or acquire it. And then once you have it, you're like, oh, wow, this isn't everything I was hoping for. Or I don't feel that different. Or I don't feel happy. Or now I just want more. Or maybe it was the journey along the way to getting it. That was the true value of the experience. No, none of that's true. Buying a Tesla was the best thing I ever did. I absolutely love that car. It's brought me just absolute nothing but endless joy. I achieved it. I achieved my dream car. I got it, and I'm satisfied now. But past that, you can pretty much stick me in any car. I actually don't really love cars. I just love driving. So anything from a go-kart, a golf cart, a truck, a boat. If it has, I was gonna say if it has wheels, but boats do not have wheels. If you can get inside of it and it moves, I love it. So it's more about driving for me. But my favorite car, it doesn't exist. My next dream car is probably never gonna come out. We're gonna try to manifest its creation. It's the refreshed concept of the Hyundai Pony. I need this thing so bad. I don't know how many times I've shown it in videos. I need this car to exist. I don't care if it runs on hydrogen or gas or electric, or if you have to piss in it, whatever it is, I will get this car if it comes out. When are you making an I went to my first furry convention video? This implies I have not been to a furry convention. I haven't been to a convention. I'd be happy to. I don't know. If there's a local one, I'll go. I don't want to go by myself though. I need to find like someone to go with. Will you come with me to the furry convention, please? Join the Discord server and invite me to a furry convention. If you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be? I don't know, pine tree. They're cool. You said you were something of an outdoorsman when you were younger. What did you grow up doing? In my prime, my favorite things to do were look for interesting things and get to places that are hard to get to or that people haven't really been to. So it was like taking vehicles in places that they shouldn't be and can't usually get to. How far can I go without getting stuck? Or how high up this tree can I climb? And also just what kind of stuff can I find, whether it's bones or animals or nice views. As a kid, I would make like traps and try to trap animals. I never really caught anything aside from like herps. Oh, and then I would try to I loved making fires. Pretty basic bitch bushcraft. Sharpening sticks as spears, I don't know. Nowadays, I just like to go outside and just exist. I can just like now hike up a mountain, sit on the mountain for like 6 hours, and I'm satisfied. How much do you weigh and are you still bulking? I lost weight. I'm back to 115 pounds. Technically, I'm not bulking right now. We're not gonna say gave up, but I got fatigued and I slid backwards a little bit. I'll try to get back on it. Over all your years of documenting your life, what have you learned about life? Being able to go and look at myself and watch myself at any age from 0, because my parents like would have home videos and stuff. From basically the day I was born to today at the age of 24, I can pretty much go back and watch myself and see how I act, how I communicate, what I'm doing. And so it's a very good way to reflect, sometimes in good ways. So it's like, oh, I feel like I haven't changed at all. I feel like I am the same as I was. Oh, it turns out I wasn't. But in the other way, I'll sometimes be like, oh, that one thing I did was so cool, or that one thing I said was probably really funny. And then I go back and rewatch it and I'm like, wow, that was so lame and not funny. I was not as cool as I thought. So it's a good way to kind of audit my memories and also just, remember a lot of stuff. Pros and cons to owning your own property. Pro, no HOA. My mom gets annoyed because she calls me a homeowner. And she's like, yeah, my son owns a home. And I'm like, no, I don't. The bank owns it. I don't own it for like 27 more years. We disagree on what a homeowner is. I'm not gonna own this property until I actually pay for it. I'm still just borrowing it from the bank until I give them what they want. So until then, but it is nice though. No HOA is like the best. I mean, you can buy a house in an HOA. What am I talking about? I don't know. It's cool. Oh, cons, I have to pay for it. I'm not very good at Q&As. Have you seen a medical professional about potential health disorders regarding not being able to put on weight? Yeah, this might have been asked before I did that video, but I have a video called Why Am I Obsessed with Gaining Weight? And I go in depth there. Short answer is I am mentally ill. Do you ever want to learn skills to improve your video editing process, like Blender or implement VFX? With more intensive elements into videos? Yes. Sometimes I'll watch videos. And the editing is like off the charts. I would say I'm very behind the times with editing processes and efficiency, and I really should refresh myself and like relearn, because I'm just kind of stuck in my ways and I just edit the way that I know. So I want to learn the new stuff simply out of curiosity. However, I like the added authenticity of editing as little as possible. So my goals nowadays is shoot stuff as accurately as possible so that I can edit the least. And I think this is a common thing in photography. What I was always told was never shoot a photograph with any thought of how you're gonna edit it. You should be doing your best to make it as good as possible as you're pulling the trigger. Editing can be used later if necessary, but that shouldn't be your forefront of thought. And so I kind of try to do that with video now, but only to an extent. Sometimes I'll shoot stuff and I'll be like, oh, I know exactly like how to organize this and stuff. So it's different, but trying to minimize the amount of editing has been kind of a purposeful choice to add a sense of like realism. Because my favorite kind of content to consume is the least manicured and the least touched up, just like more as is. It's just, this is the footage. Things as small as not adding a warp stabilizer so that the footage is still shaky, because that's how it was filmed. So I like that question though. Do you still feel a connection to nature? Yeah, I mean, I love being outside. I spend so much time outside. There was a few year stint where I did not get outside much, and I think it was one of the very direct negative impacts on my life. But yeah, maximizing just time outside, be it in my own backyard or on a trail, very important to me at least, but I think more people should probably go outside more. I would recommend. What are your thoughts on Revival Fitness doing a reaction video to my lifting journey? It was very cool. I finally just reacted to it myself. I hadn't watched it before. It was such a nice video, and I love when people react to my stuff. No matter who you are, if you have a channel of your own, you could just make a channel today, and all you do is just react to my videos. You're more than welcome to, because I love reading the comments on my videos, but it's so different when I get to look at the person as they look at me and see what I'm doing. Very cool experience, so I love seeing people react to me. Do you match your socks, or do you throw them on loose into a lonely bin or drawer? Yeah, I'm mismatched right now. I just toss them in a bin. What are your future plans business-wise? Also, some people are asking, like, are you gonna start another business? I mean, YouTube, like, it is a business. If you wanna do it full time, whether you like it or not, you're gonna have to run a business alongside with it. So most of my business effort, I guess, recently has been into this channel. And so you've seen more sponsors and more affiliates. And also I push things like the membership more, which has been going super well. Welcome all the new members. The main perk is the Discord server. I love the idea of my biggest source of income being Discord. What do you do for a living? Oh, I run a Discord server. Right now, it's my third biggest income stream, maybe fourth. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if we can do it. So yeah, you should join the Discord server. Do you still live at home with your parents? How's working your own hours, being your own boss? Yeah, I mentioned it before. I moved out 5 years ago in 2019. I rented 2 houses and then I bought this one. I mean, I've only ever known being my own girl boss. I've never been employed, so I can't imagine it any other way, basically. Even if that's things like delivering packages, it's vital for me to work my own hours. I would get fired so fast if I worked somewhere. Do you regret your Tesla? Yeah, there are a few repetitive questions, but hey, I love this question. I don't. People try to convince me that I hate my car. I'm like, I don't. I don't know if they want me to like feel bad for buying it. They really want me to just be miserable in my little Tesla Model 3, but it's like, it's the best thing I've ever purchased. It's so much fun. The car could die today. Like the next time I go out to my car, it's just non-functioning. I wouldn't have a single regret. I would just buy another one. The amount of fulfillment and joy I've gotten out of it is just crazy. Favorite color? Blue, basic. I'm such a basic fella. I love the color blue. Also purple. This is another one of those questions I threw in case my mom watches, because as a kid, a big part of my personality, like I had a pretty simple personality as a child, and that was that I like ice cream and I hate the color purple. I still like ice cream, but now I really like the color purple. How times change. There's no greater proof of character development than that I like the color purple now. Is fish or dogs better pets? I don't know, I hate both. I mean, I don't like dogs at all, and I like fish, but I hate aquatic care. They both suck. Get better hobbies. I don't know. Do what you want. I don't care. Why have you decided to make these sudden life changes? Is it like a midlife crisis thing? Well, I'm 24. I don't think I can have a midlife crisis. I think I could have a quarter life crisis, but I think I'm just existing. I don't really get it, because I don't feel like I'm doing anything special. Why are you making all these life changes? I don't know. Why are you doing the same thing that you were doing before? I just do whatever seems fun. I'm fun maxing, enjoy pilling. Did you expect to be where you are physically and mentally a year ago, or are you surprised? I don't really think about last year that much, but I think he would be I don't know. Well, oh wait, I am him, I forgot. I'm satisfied, so yeah, actually that went well. What's your relationship status? I think you're good enough to date. Yeah, I'm single. I'm not purposely single. I'm also not desperately trying to date. I haven't been on any dates. I'm kind of scared of women. I'll happily get a girlfriend as soon as it happens. I won't stop it, but also I'm not seeking it out right now. So the thing about whether I'm good enough to date or not is, aside from the fear of women, it's the fear that I think like an imbalance with independent. Okay, one fear is just lack of experience. I've been in one relationship. That's not a big deal though. I just gained more experience by doing it and going on dates, whatever, that's fine. The other thing is the like imbalance of independence and investment of like time and emotional resources, kind of. Like, say I found a girl right now, we start dating. I think the most likely end would be she feels neglected. Yes, the time we spend together would be probably great, but I can just kind of disappear sometimes and just go vibe on my own for way too long. So I think the reason I'm not good enough to date right now is that I don't expect or require to be dependent on anyone else, whether that's emotionally, physically, financially. I don't need anything from other people. I love to get it. I really love the support I get from friends and family, but it's not necessary. And so I tend to forget that other people do need that it's not optional for them. And so I don't know. I think I'll need to figure out how to pivot and be much more engaged and on top of things. Honestly, if I started dating right now, I would not put my all into it because I want to do other things too. So, would you ever move to a different state? Very unlikely. I flipping love North Carolina. With that said, I also used to hate the color purple, and now I love purple. So maybe I'll move. Maybe you'll see me living in New York City someday. Honestly, at this point, wouldn't be surprised if I live in New York City someday. Actually, I would be surprised, but no, I love North Carolina. I don't think I'll move. Why did you stop doing live streams? And what's my favorite video on my channel? You know what? Live streaming is a lot like me with girls, I think. When I'm doing the live stream, I absolutely love it. I'm having a ton of fun every second. It's going great. The people there are also having a great time. But then I turn off the live stream and I kind of forget about it and don't do it for a few months. That's my social experience as well. So do I still like streaming? Yes, I love it. But I haven't done it recently because I just kind of forgot. Oh yeah, my favorite video on my channel? The psychic video, I think. Do you plan on having children in the future? If so, would you take them herping? Why or why not? Yes, I'm 100% certain I want children. If I could be very picky, I would replicate what I experienced, which is two kids, a brother and a sister. I don't really care which one's older. Maybe they could be twins, whatever. That's like fantasy, is like wife, 2 kids. I'd be fine with 1 kid or 3 kids. I will be very sad if I don't get to have kids. So that's why hopefully I can figure out how to date better so that I can make that happen someday. I probably won't take them herping, but I would definitely replicate my parents with how they took us outside all the time. We were always having like picnics, doing stuff in the yard, just like the backyard, trampoline, slip and slide, going on nature trails, going on hikes, going biking, just stuff to get us outside. I would totally do that with my kids. I'm not like anti-game, like I loved gaming as a kid. I played a ton of Minecraft. My kid is free to play pretty much as much games as they want. Whether they like it or not though, I will force the kid outside because I think it's an important habit to maximize fulfillment. Who's the chick recording you lately? So this is before I kicked out my roommate. It was my roommate. I think it's fun to not give context of who people are. Just random people coming and going out of my life because that's kind of how it is, honestly. And sometimes I'm like, who are these people? Where did this person come from? So yeah, that was my roommate, not my sister. How are the silky chickens? It's crazy. I didn't know I could like a chicken as much as I do. I love the silkies. What I realized is in my dreams, I have like my silkies are the 2 animals. They'll follow me around like video game NPCs. Like if you're in like Club Penguin and your Puffle is following you around. In my dreams, it's a silky just following me around everywhere. So I don't know why that is, but I like them. Why do you like electric vehicles so much? I love new tech. Okay, I'm obsessed with just anything new or anything tech related. And also I already really liked cars as a kid, which I probably just got from my dad. And so when the 2 combined and when I got to see the development of Tesla, and even just small developments like the Nissan Leaf coming into fruition, or some that were like kind of a mix, weird hybrid like the BMW i8 and i3. It was all this new, super creative, super unique, and super flawed stuff. So EVs had a lot of flaws early on. A lot of people argue they still do, but I love the early adopter experience. I'm not a Tesla early adopter. The true early adopters of Tesla were the 2008 buyers of the original Roadster. Yeah, anything kind of cutting edge technology is just so interesting. And also it's just really fun. I don't know. Also, they're very, they trigger people emotionally in a lot of different ways. Some people hate them, some people love them, like the Cybertruck. I would love to own a Cybertruck. I would love to see the just visceral, emotional reactions people have to it, good and bad, everything in between. The worst thing someone can say to me about one of my cars is like, it's okay. I like when they either really like it or don't like it. Oh, another car question. Will you sell your Subaru BRZ? I think about it pretty often. I don't drive it much at all right now. Okay, like what are the pros of selling it? I get money and I save on insurance. What are the cons of selling it? I don't have purple car. I don't know. I'm pretty indifferent. I might sell it. I might not. I like it though. Are you making more or less money now? I mean, it's all relative, like daily, monthly, yearly, decadely. As a 24-year-old, I'm making a lot more than I was at 14. Last year, I made way less money than the year before, but yesterday I made more money than today. So it's like, it just goes up and down. It all evens out and pays my bills. So, however, the trend was downwards for 2 years. And now the trend is very slightly upwards. Kind of like the brightest stars burning out the fastest. That was me, I think, with my spike in income when I made a lot. And so now I'm like building slower, but more sustainably, I think, because I've also learned a lot. Are you gonna get a girlfriend? You should do a video swiping through Tinder. Hopefully I'll get a girlfriend at some point. Will it be this year? Will it be next year? I think I would be quite sad if I don't have a girlfriend by the end of 2025. If I saw myself on a video and it's my Tinder profile, I think I would feel kind of violated privacy-wise, so I won't do a Tinder swiping video. My sister really wants to do a Tinder video with me, or she wants me to do Hinge specifically. I think dating apps look absolutely horrid, and I don't want to, but I am curious. So don't be surprised if you see a dating app video. Are your side gigs making enough money to supplement the decrease in views on YouTube, or are you staying afloat off of savings? I do not have a savings. The thing is, I'm not financially stressed out. People are financially stressed out on my behalf. I don't have any dependents. I only have to sustain myself. I don't even have to sustain a cat right now. It's literally just me and I guess my chickens that I have to sustain. And yes, I want to not go bankrupt and not become homeless, but I don't mind living right on the edge financially, like $0 in my account at the end of every month. Yes, that's not good. And I do still spend frivolously. I think the biggest thing for me is as long as my net worth is substantially positive, meaning that my assets greatly outweigh my debts. Like if I sold everything I have, I would have a lot of cash. I'm not at all recommending this. Yes, it's objectively dumb, but I'm just kind of chilling right now. That's just how I'm doing it. My plan is to not really spend less, but just make more. Will I regret it? I don't know. Only one way to find out. Sorry, Caleb Hammer. Could you be any cuter? No. Would you ever try to build a business again? No. Yeah, I guess. Again, YouTube is a business. I'm currently running a business. Whether we all like it or not, YouTube is, in the eyes of the IRS, a business. I'll always keep exploring new revenue streams, and I'm gonna take you along. So I would like to do e-commerce. Again, I'm currently doing no e-commerce. Okay, I've got to answer it at least once because a lot of these questions were reptile related. This is coming from someone who loves your current content, but do you think you'll ever make reptile videos again? No, I won't. Do it bounce? No, it doesn't. Do you ever miss any of the old content you used to make? No. If I did, I would just make it. Do you plan on changing the channel name? No. Do you like guys? You're so fine. No. Wow, this is quite the speedrun. Okay. What are your plans to make YouTube more viable in the long run? Right now it seems you're uploading randomly, which is fun, but how do you plan to make it a full career again? Well, that's what, I don't know. I love YouTube. Like, the most important thing is that I enjoy it. I lost that joy for a bit. It's back. I'd rather just not make money on YouTube and make money elsewhere. But right now I can do both. I'm making decent money on YouTube and making whatever I want. So that's kind of the goal. Just make whatever I want and make enough money off of it. Any mental illnesses? I feel like you gotta have something because you seem like you got demons. I guess, I don't know. Nothing really debilitating. I kind of know how to manage whatever I deal with. This is just water, by the way. But that would have been a good time to just chug some alcohol, actually, after that question. Oh, okay. And that's all of the questions. That was well over 100 questions. So yeah, feel free to ask more in the comments below. I can just do another one of these, I guess. Why not? So I mentioned it before. If you want, I might as well mention it again. If you want to get to know me better personally, or more people in the community, join the Discord server. It's $2 a month. It's part of the channel membership. And we're active there literally every day. I'm there pretty much 24 hours a day except when I'm sleeping. There's a lot going on there. Such crazy stuff that I can't even share here on YouTube. So would recommend. It also helps support me and my frivolous purchases. But that'll be it. I'm Alex. And thanks for watching.